just diving right in because this is such an intense and intriguing season. Where do we pick
Hmm.
up with Kenny?
Where do we pick up with Kenny? Exactly where we left off with him, basically. You know, having had just such a beautiful moment with Christy, and then the radio tower going completely awry. That's exactly where we pick up with Kenny.
I mean, sheriff life isn't easy these days, right?
Totally, Kenny's so happy.
Going into the season, were there certain aspects that the writers went over with you over the arc we'll be seeing for Kenny this season, or were you just surprised every time you read a script?
We are constantly surprised every single time that we read a script. Though, I can, because we don't really know what happens until like we get the scripts basically on a episode to episode basis, much like the fans. But definitely in between seasons, having the understanding that I didn't know how long Kenny was going to be quote unquote acting sheriff for, and how long Boyd was going to be away. But in between season 1 and 2, kind of like doing the work of like, okay, so how does Kenny kind of grow into that role, and how does he step up to become more of a leadership, figure in town? So there's a little bit of that, but I didn't know what direction they were going to necessarily take it.
Were you excited because you were going to be sharing some scenes or a scene with someone or someone's new this season?
Yeah, there's definitely something exciting about like the bus pulls up. So we didn't at the time know what was going to be on the bus. We could only assume.
What or who?
Exactly, that's right. So there was an excitement to like bring on new characters and like have scenes with new characters, but also definitely excited to anytime I get to share the screen with Liz Saunders, with Harold. It's just like it doesn't get better than that. I wish I had more scenes with Scott McCord, who plays Victor. Um, but this year I got to do a little bit more with my good pal Cortion, which was exciting because we just like hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah Chermy was telling me what it was so special for her to be in those diner scenes because she got to meet like or at least hang out with new people and finally connect with old people and work with you, she mentioned particularly as well. So
Right.
it, it must be like almost starting from scratch because you're meeting some people you haven't worked with before and some people you have. This is
Yeah, totally.
a fresh
Yeah.
fresh for you this season.
Yeah, and it's very it's almost runs in parallel with the experience of the people in town, right? Because Kenny is someone that's been in town, and all the previous characters, bringing in new characters and then bringing in new cast members. It's kind of like a similar experience in terms of like they're being dropped in this completely new experience that we've already had the privilege in real life and the horror in the show to kind of live in. So it was nice. It was kind of like cool. Yeah.
Are there some episodes that were maybe your favorites to film this season, or if you can tease, then not standout episodes, but maybe memorable moments you've worked on?
Yeah, for sure. So I think I did an AMA on Reddit at one point, and I answered the question what it's like to work with Harold Perrineau, and one of the I think I said that it's like rolling with a black belt, and I said that to Harold. And actually the scene that we were preparing for is in episode 4 when we're sitting in the church and I'm kind of hounding him about like what's going on, why is Sarah downstairs, and why are you so cool about this. And there was no animosity, or like it wasn't antagonistic at all. When I
Mhm.
say like it was like tussling with a black belt, it just kind of felt like we were trading moves, and he's giving me his best move and I'm giving him mine, and he's kind of guiding me as we're doing it. It was all very cool.
I mean, level up, right? With your acting, with your scene partner, with these co-stars. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Season 2 has just been incredible.
Yeah. Thank
What
you
do
so
you
much.
what do you think it is about From that just makes it such a fan favorite series? Is it those moments you don't expect were going to happen? Maybe moments that just race your heart, maybe all of the above.
I think that there's obviously the obvious one is the mystery box element to it. I think everyone wants to be invested in solving a puzzle. I think that's why, like, you know, like escape rooms has been so popular in the last, I don't know, 5 6 years.
Yeah.
But I think that beyond that, I think what keeps people coming back is their investment towards the characters. Like they want these characters to solve this mystery, and I think that's also why sometimes the fans get a little frustrated, like, oh, we need answers, because they want what's best for the characters as well. And I think that that's what we do really well is we balance the humanity and the character drama on top of the mystery and the questions and answers to come.
What would you like to say then to everybody who are a part of the Frumily and are supporters of the wonderful work you do on this show?
I want to say to the Frumley to keep watching, tell all your friends about it, tell your family about it. If you're a fan of the show, keep being a fan of the show, and we're fans of you guys. So, yeah, you know, keep doing the good work of spreading the word on the show, because we're excited for people to see it, and it genuinely will only get better. And be patient.